Hey guys, so this is day 3 post-op, and I've been meaning to record a video. I'll be honest, I have wanted to do it multiple times and have decided against it. I've been through a lot over the last couple of days, a lot of pain and discomfort, additional pain over what I should have been experiencing because of the second operation that I had to have. Because when the surgeons went in, they found out that I actually had a hiatus hernia. And so they had to fix that too, or otherwise I would have been left with really bad acid reflux. So, you know, whilst I absolutely appreciate them locating that and fixing that, could have done without the additional pain and elongated recovery. But anyway, it's all good. It is all healing. Still feeling exceptionally uncomfortable and not really back to myself yet. I have to be careful anytime I move, side to side, if I bend slightly in bed, even just like rolling from one side to the other. There are certain kind of positions that I could only be in for so long before they start getting sore because of where all my stitching is. And there is some internal pain as well, because obviously you've got the pain from just the stitches where everything's healing on the surface. But there's a lot of internal stitching as well that has to heal. And that paired with the repair that was done on my diaphragm, there's a lot of kind of tightness inside my body that my body's not used to, that is kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, even just swallowing, I never thought in a million years that swallowing a sip of water would be a challenge, like, ever. But seriously, especially the first 1 or 2 days, especially, it was terrible, because they give you a big jug of water and a glass, and they're like, you need to keep sipping, that's all you hear, rather, keep sipping, and have you peed yet? They're pretty much the two main things that they're monitoring in the first 24 hours. But it was really difficult to swallow the water. It's like I knew how to swallow, but it just wasn't happening, and I didn't really understand why. It wasn't just that, I have a mouthful of water, so like my stomach is full now, so I can't possibly fit any more in. It's literally like I can't make it move from the back of my throat down to my stomach. Apparently that's more because of the hernia, or the repair of the hernia, because where there was a hole in the diaphragm across, it's all been stitched together, so it's kind of sucked up the diaphragm, and so everything's a bit more tense and a bit tight. So trying to get those muscles to relax enough again to actually swallow properly. I had, this is going to make me sound so stupid, but here we go, like in front of everyone. I didn't realise that your diaphragm was so high up in your body. I always thought for some reason that it was like lower down in your belly, because when people talk about like belly breathing and deep breathing and breathe from the diaphragm, I always thought they were lower down, like below your stomach. But in actual fact, it's like, it's up here. It's like right up here. So yeah, basically when you swallow water, it hits like your diaphragm and everything, and the entrance to the tube of your stomach, which is now just a tube of a tube. So it kind of has to pass through a couple of entrance ways almost. Anyway, I'm not the best person to be talking about that. I'm not a medical person in the slightest, but needless to say, that's why everything was just that much harder. And so I would literally take a sip of water, struggle to swallow it, and then almost immediately feel like I was going to be sick. Like every time. And at the same time as experiencing that feeling of sickness, I was also really, really thirsty. Now, if they had me on a couple of litres of fluid when I was first out of surgery. So they knew obviously that I wasn't going to dehydrate. But the thirst was real. Like, I would give anything to just like down a pint of water or something at that point, because my mouth was so dry, and yet I could barely swallow just a single sip. The first day, that's literally all there was, just water. And then yesterday, day 2, it was slightly easier. My swallowing, I think my diaphragm had like relaxed a little bit, or whatever it had to do, heal a little bit. It allowed me to swallow a little bit more easily, and I wasn't feeling quite so nauseous. But there was still lots of moments of nausea, mainly still around the copious amounts of liquid medicine that I had to have, because all of my normal tablet meds, I had to get changed into liquids. So yeah, you know the syringes that you fill with like Calpol for kids? Now you imagine like a row of like 8 to 10 of those all lined up on your bedside table. And they're like, yeah, you need to, all of those. I'm like, I can struggle to get watered down. How am I supposed to take all these? Thankfully, they also gave me an anti-sickness tablet as well, which meant that the whole time that I was feeling incredibly nauseous, I was never actually sick. But that doesn't really make up for much, really. Like, having that feeling that whole time, I don't know whether it would have been better to have been sick. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, so today, again, I've woken up and things have been a little bit easier. I'm finding swallowing my drinks a bit easier. Even the medicine isn't making me quite as nauseous. So it's very slow progress. It's like just a little bit of, a little bit of an improvement at a time. But there is an improvement. And and the other thing was that the pain that I was in the hospital bed for the first 2 days, that I couldn't understand, because everyone was like, oh, but you wake up and there's hardly any pain and it's great. And I woke up in agony and didn't know what the hell was going on, to the point where they had to give me fentanyl and morphine and all sorts, because I was just losing the plot of the pain I was in. Turns out that a lot of my pain and discomfort was actually caused by the drain that they had put in, because it had obviously been like scratching my insides, and every time I moved it was doing horrible things. And by the way, I don't know if you've ever had a drain in, but the feeling when they whip that sucker out, oh my God, like, it was horrible. I would not want to experience that again. But it felt like a snake had just like been whipped around my stomach and yanked out. It was like, seriously, no. But as soon as it was out, literally as soon as it was out, and she'd put the dressing on, she was like, right, you should start feeling better soon, that hopefully that'll help. Help? Like, damn, that took most of the pain away that was in my stomach almost straight away. I wish I had known, like, a lot earlier that it was that was causing the pain. I would have asked them if there was any way they could have taken it out any sooner. That way I would have been able to mobilise a bit easier and, like, move around. Oh, but hey-ho. Anyway, we're on day 3 now. I'm running out of time. I'm currently still at the hotel. See? Fancy curtains. I'm here for another hour or so, and then I'm going to have to head to the airport and... well, wish me well on my journey back. I'm not looking forward to this. But I will try and keep you posted over, the next coming weeks, where hopefully there'll be some more actual, proper progress information rather than just, I'm still alive, guys. I'll talk to you all soon. Take care. Love yous.